Morning YouTube, 11:30 on Saturday. I think it's November the 16th. I did say yesterday that I would do an upload on um, the death of my ex-partner in April 2020 and the impact that's had on myself. Um, I can only speak about the impact that it's had on myself. Um, because loads of people were impacted by his death. So at 6 p.m. on April the 3rd, 2020, Simon had left his house and gone out on his road bike. So this isn't a motorbike, this is a race bike, like Tour de France type bike, road bike, on a route that he'd taken many times in the past. And the route that he took that day or that evening was that he had gone up a not so much a hill but an incline of this road in Warwickshire, England. And as he approached the top of the incline on this road, he was going to travel really fast down the decline of that road to hit the main road that was in front of him in the distance. Now, the junction that he approached is a five-way junction. So if you think about a crossroads, we know what that is. That's a four-way junction. But this particular road had two roads adjoining it from oncoming traffic. So when he got to the top of the hill, what he would have done is kind of I've kind of it's taken so many years to process his thinking, and I kind of think, well, I can see what he was thinking. So you're at the top of the incline. Now you're going to go down the road to join the main road. So what you're going to do is go down and you're going to join to the left. So you are going to be very mindful. Your most critical point of concern is going to be traffic, cars, any traffic, road vehicles coming from the right. So remember, we're in England, it's going to be different in America. My voice is going to go, I'm so sorry. So what transpired is that as he proceeded to pick up speed down the incline, his focus would have been on, is there any traffic coming? Obviously there's no traffic gone by, because he had enough time to think, well, if traffic had gone by, let's say he got to the top of the incline and a car had gone past, well, clearly it would have been well gone before he got to the bottom and joined the road anyway. So, which meant that his focus was on, is there any traffic coming? Is there any traffic? And so I can kind of understand, because I've been out to the crash scene so many times, to figure out what on earth he was thinking. So it's forgivable, because he would have gone down the incline looking to the right for cars or traffic, and then obviously you are going to flick to the left. It's just an instinct, isn't it, when you're a road user, that you're going to be looking everywhere, not just at traffic that's going to be the major concern. There was no concern about the two roads that were adjoining directly opposite, so they didn't play a part in the crash. So what happened is, as he was flying down and picking up speed down the incline to join the main road, he's focused over here at traffic and a little bit of looking that way. As you go down that particular part of the road in Warwickshire, there's a forest or a wooded area here, so you can't see around the bend that you're going to join. So he's bombed it down the hill and concerned with over here, and then as he's clearly seen that there is no traffic, sorry, I think that was the postman or post lady or post person, he's realised there is no traffic joining, and so we're now going at, let's say, probably, knowing him, probably 40 miles an hour, I would say. I don't know, but quite fast. And he's now quite confident that he can now bomb it up this road. So he's gone round the curve to the left. What happened, unfortunately, at exactly the same time as he came to the top of the incline before making that journey down, is that just over the bridge of the incline, a really, really, really slow moving tractor had just gone out of sight past the wooded area that I mentioned. So at high speed, he joined the road at the bottom, was confident he's not going to be hit by anything coming towards him, and then turned around, and right in front of him, while he's at high speed, there's a really slow moving tractor. He smashed into the back of that tractor and immediately broke his clavicle, his collarbone, and ripped the aorta. I don't know why I'm doing that because my heart's here. And was bleeding out immediately. So in a nutshell, the air ambulance and the road ambulance attended the scene as quickly as they could get there. And from the information that I had, they were pumping blood into him, and it was coming out of him faster than they could stabilize him. So they were at the scene for an hour, couldn't stabilize him. They did eventually get him into the air ambulance to fly him to UHCW in Coventry, and he died in the ambulance, air ambulance. And so what I wanted to really focus on actually is how somebody oh, come on, one sec. Right, how somebody deals with grief and what it looks like as the years go on. So it kind of looks like this, right? So a year after he died, in the same month, April, my dad died. He had stage 4 kidney failure, and he died at UHCW in Coventry, and he died literally the day after he was taken off dialysis. So that was quite shocking. So I was on my own with him that morning, and he just died in front of me and just like exited the building. You know, when someone dies and it's like you can't believe it. So my dad's death didn't impact me in the way that Simon's death did, for a reason. Simon was 57 when he died. He was 10 years older than me, and that's still really young. And my dad was 81, and he'd been ill for 3.5 years. So there was so much time to have conversations with my dad, and to prepare, you know, for his passing. But when Simon died, the impact of the shock was unbelievable. So anybody that's lost someone, I can only speak, and please forgive me, I can only speak from my experience of having 2 deaths that were so different. One that there was time to say goodbye, and one that was so shocking that your brain cannot process it. It can't process it at all. You can't process it. It was just unreal. I will do another one about this actually, because I'm not going to be able to continue for much further than this today. But I guess it was kind of like 4 years on. I can go. There's never an hour literally, there's never an hour that I don't think about him. Not 1 hour in 4 years, but there are days where I can be happy and jovial, and then it just hits you like a brick. And because it happens for no reason, um, it's wild. It's so, there's no pattern to it. I can be completely fine, and then suddenly, it's not even just that you feel sad. So again, only speaking for me, the sadness for me comes with such anger, and then I spend ages in my head thinking, if I could just spend time, or then getting angry thinking, why the F didn't you look left? You know, why were you so you've got all those why questions that your brain cannot process. They can't, because they leave you with no answer. And because your brain's constantly looking for answers to, you know, a formula, it drives you mad. It really drives you mad. Grief is insane. And yet, as I say, when my dad died, it was so different, because there was peace there, because everything had been said, and he had a long life. And yeah, sudden death is it's almost intolerable. It isn't intolerable because you tolerate it, but it just leaves such a constant like frustration and anger, that you're sad that the person's gone, but equally you're so angry with them. Yeah. Anyways, that's my happy upload for Saturday at now 11:45.